You've probably seen those people who seem to attract wealth and prosperity effortlessly, while you struggle endlessly and never reach the financial condition you desire. Perhaps you've never considered what the Bible has to say about prosperity. What you likely don't know is that there are 8 biblical secrets revealed by Bob Proctor that can unlock the path to the financial success you've been seeking. And the best part is, you can start today. The Bible advises us not to rely on a single source of income. Imagine a farmer. He doesn't place all his hopes on just one field or one seed. He spreads his seeds across different lands, knowing that the weather, soil, and other conditions can vary. This is a key principle for financial life too. Don't concentrate all your efforts and expectations on just one source of income. The Bible, in its wisdom, warns us of this in Ecclesiastes 11:6. Sow your seed in the morning, and at evening let your hands not be idle, for you do not know which will succeed. The logic behind this advice is simple. If we depend on only one source of income, any setback can leave us vulnerable. Losing a job or experiencing a downturn in business could have a devastating impact. That's why it's essential to think beyond your comfort zone and find ways to generate multiple streams of income. Diversifying your sources of income doesn't just mean taking on more jobs. This practice brings benefits far beyond financial security. It opens doors to personal growth, the development of new skills, and building a more solid network of opportunities. Just as the farmer doesn't know which seed will yield the most, we can't predict where the greatest opportunity will come from. The secret lies in being prepared and not depending on just one harvest. When we talk about building multiple sources of income, it's not enough to just scatter seeds carelessly. You need to take care of where and how you sow. And more importantly, we must always remember that our resources are a divine gift. The Bible teaches us in Proverbs 3:9 and 10 that honoring God with what we have is an act of acknowledgement. Honor the Lord with your wealth, with the first fruits of all your crops, showing that the way we manage our resources reflects our gratitude and trust in Him. Investing wisely is a practice driven by purpose. Whether buying property, investing in a business, or improving your skills through education, wisdom guides us to think long-term, to make choices that yield lasting fruit. The beauty of this principle is that when we are faithful with little or much, the cycle of blessings begins to manifest. God multiplies what we place in His hands, blesses the diligent work of our hands, and allows our efforts to prosper. This attitude of honoring God with what we have creates an environment ripe for prosperity. Our barns, as the Scripture says, become full, and our financial life becomes an expression of living faith. As we plan our investments and manage our resources, we ensure that our choices reflect our commitment to living a blessed and fruitful life. Investing wisely and diversifying sources of income only brings consistent results when accompanied by a well-structured plan. In Proverbs 21:5, we find a clear warning about the importance of careful planning. The plans of the diligent lead to profit, as surely as haste leads to poverty. This reinforces that financial success is not the result of chance or luck, but of strategic preparation and long-term vision. Financial planning is a crucial pillar for a balanced and secure life. When you take the time to reflect on your goals, identify priorities, and define a clear path, you are preparing yourself for success. This can include everything from building an emergency fund to setting investment goals and strategies for reducing debt. Acting without a plan is like navigating without a map, vulnerable to the winds and currents of unexpected events. Moreover, planning is not just about managing money. It involves being prepared for different scenarios, anticipating challenges, and creating solutions before problems arise. For example, if you have an emergency fund, financial hardships have less impact because you're already prepared. Planning is not merely an act of caution, but of vision. It's understanding that every decision made today affects tomorrow, and that preparation opens doors to opportunities that often go unnoticed by those who live without a strategy. If you're enjoying these biblical teachings on prosperity and want to stay up to date with the best videos to become a more prosperous person, subscribe to the channel right now and don't miss anything we post here. Let's continue. One of the greatest biblical teachings on finances is about controlling consumption. Imagine that your financial life is relatively stable. Your income is good, perhaps even better than you expected, and the temptation to buy whatever you want at any time is strong. An unexpected trip here, a new phone there, and soon your expenses start piling up. Without realizing it, your lifestyle begins to consume almost everything you earn, and the idea of saving for the future seems less urgent. The Bible offers profound wisdom in Proverbs 6:6 and 8. Go to the ant, you sluggard. Consider its ways and be wise. It has no commander, no overseer or ruler, yet it stores its provisions in summer and gathers its food at harvest. Just as the ant works diligently while conditions are favorable, storing resources for the winter, we should apply this principle to our finances. Living moderately doesn't mean depriving yourself of life's pleasures, but rather understanding the true value of prudence. Modern society constantly pushes us toward reckless consumption, making it seem like we are always lacking, always needing more. However, by adopting a more conscious approach and avoiding impulse purchases, you are actually preparing for the future. Life, no matter how well planned, is full of surprises. No one can predict what will happen tomorrow, and the Bible reminds us of this reality in Ecclesiastes 9 and 11. Time and chance happen to them all. This passage highlights that unexpected events can happen to anyone, regardless of how prepared they may seem. And when these moments arise, being financially protected can make all the difference. Having an emergency fund is like building a wall of security around your financial life. It's a reserve specifically set aside to cover unexpected situations, such as sudden job loss, medical expenses, or urgent repairs. The practical recommendation is simple: save enough to cover 6 to 12 months of essential expenses. This amount should be kept in an easily accessible account, ready to be used when necessary. Imagine, for instance, that an unexpected setback occurs, an emergency medical situation, or a large unforeseen expense. If you have an emergency fund, you can face this challenge with more peace of mind, knowing you won't need to resort to loans or create debt. The emotional and financial impact is much less when this reserve is available. On the other hand, those who aren't prepared may find themselves forced to make hasty and expensive decisions, such as taking out high-interest loans, worsening the situation. No matter how much you plan, the unexpected can strike, and having this financial safety net is like possessing a parachute in case of a fall. Seeking wisdom is one of the greatest treasures we can pursue throughout life, especially when it comes to our finances. The Bible clearly highlights the value of wisdom in Proverbs 3:13 and 14. Blessed is the one who finds wisdom, and the one who gets understanding, for the gain from her is better than gain from silver, and her profit better than gold. This passage reveals something profound. Knowledge and wisdom are more valuable than any material wealth. In the financial world, wisdom is not just about knowing what to do, but also how and when to apply that knowledge strategically. This could mean learning how to effectively manage your finances, understanding how different types of investments work, or even knowing when it's the right time to save or spend. The pursuit of financial wisdom is ongoing, and fortunately, we live in an age of unlimited access to information. Courses, books, videos, and experts can help us learn about investments, financial planning, and even broader topics like the global economy. When we seek wisdom, we avoid falling into the trap of impulsive decisions. How many times has an irresistible offer, an investment that seems like a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, or the pressure to buy something new led us off the right path? With wisdom, we learn to be patient, evaluate risks, and act prudently. This protects us from costly mistakes and allows us to build a more stable and prosperous financial path. We can't talk about prosperity without talking about hard work. Imagine waking up early, even before the sun rises. The day is beginning, and the streets are still quiet. While many are still sleeping, you're already up, ready to face the first tasks. The work you do may not be glamorous, and the financial return may not always be immediate, but you know that over time, consistent effort will be rewarded. Each morning, you rise with determination, knowing that your dedication today is laying the foundation for your future. The Bible teaches us in Proverbs 10 and 4 that a slack hand causes poverty, but the hand of the diligent makes rich. This message is clear. True prosperity manifests through disciplined effort and commitment to what we do. Now, imagine how your life would change if you approached each workday as an opportunity for growth. a chance to sharpen your skills and expand your ideas. Over time, this dedication begins to bear fruit. What seemed like just another day of hard work transforms into a cycle of rewards that often go beyond financial gain. The real difference between those who prosper and those who merely survive lies in how they approach work. Those who work carelessly, without commitment, may complete their tasks but rarely reap the same rewards as those who put diligence and care into everything they do. It is this consistency, day after day, that yields great results. Each act of dedication is an expression of your faith and gratitude for the gifts God has given you. We can't forget about generosity. Generosity is one of the most powerful principles taught in the Bible. Imagine you're walking down a road on a hot, dry day. Along the way, you carry a basket full of bread, the result of your hard work and effort. Ahead, you see someone sitting under a tree, exhausted and empty-handed. Deep in your heart, you feel called to share what you have. So you stop, extend your hand, divide the bread, and offer a smile along with a few words of encouragement. This simple gesture transforms not only that person's day, but yours as well. This is the true essence of the generosity the Bible teaches us. Proverbs 22:9 reminds us, "The generous will themselves be blessed, for they share their food with the poor." Generosity isn't just about money, it's about sharing what you have that's most precious: your time, your attention, your care. You may think you can only be generous when you have an abundance, but the truth is that generosity lies in the small actions of everyday life. It could be a moment when you offer comforting words to someone going through hard times, or when you spend a little time listening and supporting someone who needs it. What matters isn't how much you give, but the act of giving, even if it's something small. It's in this willingness to share that you find the true value of generosity. And there's something extraordinary about it. When you are generous, you not only improve the lives of those you help, but also experience a change within yourself. The Bible promises that those who are generous will be blessed, and these blessings often come in unexpected ways. By giving, you realize that true wealth isn't in what you accumulate, but in the impact you leave on the lives around you. And the more you connect with this essence of love and compassion, the more you grow spiritually and emotionally. In this video, you've seen how diversifying income, wise investing, financial planning, moderating expenses, building an emergency fund, constantly seeking wisdom, diligent work, and practicing generosity are fundamental to building a life of prosperity and financial security. Each principle brings you closer to personal and spiritual growth, preparing you to face any challenge with confidence. Now, to take your life to the next level, you need to watch the next video appearing on your screen. It will show you the 6 things that, if you sacrifice for just 1 year, can change your financial life forever. If you want to achieve the wealth you've always dreamed of, don't wait any longer. Click now and start transforming your financial life.